Hi guys, this is Brandon with Step Rock Media. This is episode 1 in my series, Finding My Voice. I have to highlight it. Finding My Voice. The more you know. Anyway, this episode is about my background and why I took it into my head that I'd even be any good or interested in doing this sort of thing. All the way back when I was a kid, I used to be that crazy kid who would do all the weird voices. And I know there's a big difference, or I've learned so far there's a big difference between being somebody who, does voices versus somebody who can actually do voice acting. And I've got a few things in my background that would lead me to believe that I could go ahead and follow that career path. But yeah, even when I was a little kid, my parents used to trot me out in front of company and go, "Oh, do the John Wayne," because it was really amusing to have, a 13-year-old come out and, "Well, hello there, little lady. I see they're serving you mashed potatoes again." That kind of thing, or kick off into Australian. I used to watch Jim Varney, Ernest, like Ernest Goes to Camp and all of his series, and try to do every single one of his voices. I would literally walk around talking in a weird accent all day long, and people would ask me where in the world I was from, and I'd finally have to come clean and say that now I'm a local redneck just like the rest of you here. I'm actually from these parts. So that kind of thing was great. Doing college theater, I also had opportunity with a friend I'd met in college. He wanted me to do a couple of radio ads for his company, so I have done a little bit of professional work, I guess. I became a full-time graphic designer, which I've done for 20 years, and working through Step Rock Media and also through companies that I work with on a 9-to-5 basis. And we do a video, and they need somebody to lay down a track for it. So, hey, I'm right here. If you find the information in the top left of your screen, you can click that and then choose Update. Once you're happy with your selection, you can, go on through the whole thing. And people liked that kind of thing and thought it had value. And people always say to me, "Boy, you really missed your calling." That always makes me so mad. Does that make you crazy? I missed my calling. What? Life is over? I'm stuck? This is it? I can't career shift? And it's not like a career leap. I'm not going into, used car sales or anything like that. It is kind of a shift, and it doesn't mean I have to give up on graphic design, which I really enjoy doing. But instead of doing voice acting just as it goes along because it was needed in some other project, I've decided to pursue it as an independent standalone pursuit. I have notes. Oh yeah, back when I was working my way through college, I used to get onto the intercom system and do an announcement. I would just read it off of here, and people thought it was recorded, and it was that announcer guy kind of a thing. "There's a whole new shipment of flowers in the garden center," and it's funny. It's one of those voices that so far what I've learned is a lot of the professionals are saying, we don't want announcer guy, we don't want radio guy, they want real, honest person kind of a take, and yet you still hear radio guy and announcer guy. So I don't know. I'm an amateur. I'm figuring this all out. So we're going to have some tips coming up in some of the later sessions about what I've found out, what you absolutely need versus what you don't need to get into voice acting. So if you're one of those people who think that, hey, I can actually talk in my natural voice like what you're hearing right now, and that's something that people would want to listen to, that's kind of what they're looking for more than somebody who can do voices. If you can do voices like I can, apparently that's a bonus. A lot of people, like I said, they're down on Mr. Radio Voice. I don't know why. I like it. I think it's funny. I think it's useful in a lot of aspects too. But I'm a rank amateur, and I'm going to learn from the professionals. In our next episode, episode 2, resources, I'm going to go ahead and record that right up next here, and I'm going to show you what I found so far about some folks who know a heck of a lot more than I do and what I've learned so far. We're also going to talk about voice sessions that you might go to where it's a learning session, that pay a few bucks and you come and find out about the world of voiceover, voice acting. But anyway, stay tuned for the next episode. It's probably going to be a lot better than this one. This one was a whiff. This one was terrible. I wouldn't give a thumbs up to this. And I certainly wouldn't subscribe or like or hit a bell icon. Anyway, do or not, we'll be finding my voice in the next episode. You guys have a good one.